Hello everyone, welcome to the Now Talks. Today we are going to discuss some interesting ServiceNow facts in 10 minutes. So these are some important points which we are going to discuss. First is invalid query, strict query and expect it to save time. So without wasting any time, just go to our instance. Yeah. So first we are going to discuss about the invalid queries. So what I'm doing here, I'm just simply doing a client record query. And I'm gliding the incident table and putting add query where state is 1 gr.query if gr.next cs.print hello. So let's run this script and see what is the outcome. Oh, it is saying that invalid query detected. Okay, no issues. I'm going back and again running the script. Oh, this is something amazing. I'm getting the result. Oh my god. So let's just change this add query to add encoded query and see whether this will work or not. State is equal to 1. Running the script. Oh, it is also working. Yeah. Now I'm changing the spelling like this and see. Is it working? It is working. So this is the example of invalid query. So how to overcome this invalid query? So let's say if you have any invalid query and you have anything which is in this if statement, irrespective of your query, this statement is every time running. So it will cause an issue. So how to avoid this? So if you go to the available system property in the ServiceNow and if you search for invalid, so here you can see this is the property. This is the property which we have to make in the sys properties dot list. This is a property. This property doesn't come out of the box, so we have to create this property, and if we put the value as true and save this, and as you know that whenever we are saving any system property, your whole system cache is cleaned up. So to see whether it is working or not, what we are doing, first we are just in log out the instance, and again we need to log into the instance. I'm putting my password, log into the system. No thanks, sorry. Going to the background script. Again we need to do the same thing. Variable gr equal to new client record incident gr dot add encoded query. State is equal to 1 gr dot query if gr dot next cs dot print hello. Now clicking on the run script. invalid query detected, and you will see there is no output. Once again, go here and run the script. It is not showing any output. It means that the property which we have set as a true is working fine. Now let's see what if we set it as false. I am doing just cleaning the cache. So do just cleaning the cache. I'm going back again, and we will run that background query once again, and we'll see that what will happen after making that property as a false. Background, open this, save it again, run the script. Look, it's working. The moment I made it false, and if you have any encoded query which is wrong, it is showing you the output. So hope you understand what is the use of this glide invalid query dot return no rows. I'm again saving this, going to the background script again, running this. You will see it is not showing me the output. So this is the first topic, invalid query. Now we will see about the strict query. So there is a method gs dot get session dot set strict query, and it accepts the boolean parameter. So if we pass false, and what it will do, it will just override the value of this property. And if I am running this script, you will see it just override the value of this property, because here what we have written true. It means that if there is any invalid query, then please do not return any row. But this strict query statement we have provided false. So what it is doing, it is overriding the value of invalid query, and it is showing us the hello output. So just make it as a true and see. Look, now it is honoring the value of this property. So these are the two things of invalid query. Now I am going to give you a very important and very handy statement through which you can save your time. So many requirements, so many cases we have to find out that a particular user is a member of how many groups. So in general what we do, we just go to the gr member table and glide and do some queries, but here I am going to tell you a single line statement through which you can find out this user is a part of how many groups. So let's say we are taking the example of able tutor. So currently you can see he's part of 4 groups, and we have to find the sysids of the groups. So just see the statement. First of all, the credit of this statement goes to one of my friend, Anos Pali. Now let's see how this works. You don't have to do anything, you just pass j2js. It is nothing but a 2 array, and this is the script include, and it has a method. This is out of the script include. It has a method. Here you have to just pass the sysid of a user and just click on the run script. You will see the sysids of the group. So this is a very handy statement. Hope you like the content of the video. Keep supporting, keep sharing, and please subscribe the channel. Thank you everyone.